Society has men trapped right now, knowing that they can't escape, knowing that there's nowhere to go, there's nowhere to hide. You can't avoid what's happening. And right now, men are trapped like a caged bird, trapped in the mind, trapped knowing that their soul is desperately trying to break free, trying to spread its wings and fly. But you know that cage of prison is keeping you back, not allowing you truly to go out and truly be who God created you to be. So the thing is, most of us are trapped into mental prison right now. This mental prison, this cage of our mind is literally keeping us shackled, and it's keeping us stuck. It's keeping us confused. It's keeping us lost. It's keeping us hopeless, because we know there's so much more out there. We know there's a whole new reality, a whole new dimension that we can explore, but we can't explore right now because we have to go to work. We have to do what's quote unquote right. We have to keep going. We can't express ourselves. We have to be a robot. We have to go to these jobs. Most of these jobs treat us like slaves. They don't care about us. They treat us like other numbers. They're trying to write us up. They're looking for any reason to fire us. They're looking for any reason to bring us into a meeting and tell us what we're not doing good. And they'll rarely ever tell us we're doing something right. And, so the thing is, you're spending 8 hours at this job you hate, knowing that's not your purpose. So you're feeling caged because you're caged in, knowing that you have so much more to do with your life, so much more to give, so much more gifts. So then you come home knowing that this society is so demonic, this society is so evil. There's truly nothing that you can watch on TV that's keeping you in a positive state of mind the majority of the time. So then you try to find moments of happiness with anything that you can get, whether it's food, whether it's people. But most men right now are trapped because they're lonely. They're just isolated. They're like that one little bird that's trapped inside of the cage, and it's just them flying around with nobody else, no other birds in there, and they're feeling so desperately lost and hopeless and isolated. So that's the reality most men are battling that right now. And most men know that there's way more to this. I know there's more. There has to be more, but there's something going on right now that most men can't explain, and which is why most men want to give up, which is why most men want to quit, because they know society is keeping us down. They really don't want us to be great. They really don't want us to evolve. They really don't want us to stand for something. They really don't want us to embrace masculinity. They really don't want us to be ourselves. You know how many men see this reality? They're trapped like a caged bird, so they don't want to live no more. They know they're trapped. They're trapped in a society to where they'll get consequences for speaking out. They'll try to ban you on social media. You can't speak out at your job. They'll try to fire you. You can't speak out to women because they won't want to date you. You can't speak truth because everybody wants lies. Everybody's trying to deceive you. Everybody's fake. Nobody's real. So you're trapped. You're like, man, I want more. I want to speak my mind. I want to speak the truth. I want to be righteous. I want to be a godly man. I want to do what's right. But in return, nobody cares about me. Nobody really sees the value of being a good person. And it's difficult for most men to comprehend this. So most men lose their mind, bro. A poor mental health is a byproduct of that. So depression, anxiety, suicidal thoughts, not wanting to live, and truly just wanting to quit. I don't want to be here no more. I quit. But you're trapped like a caged bird, and you can't quit because you might have a family, you might have kids, you might have children, you might have something that's keeping you going, but you don't really want to keep going no more. And I can relate to so many men are going through this right now. So many men know that there's more out here. You're like a little bird, bro. You can see, man, I could see my way out. I could see like the clouds. I could see the sun. I could see that tree that I want to land on. And for a lot of us, metaphorically speaking, we can see that we're meant to have more money. We can see that we're meant to have a life to where we enjoy waking up. We're not spending 8 hours at a job that we hate. We are able to enjoy our life. We're able to have peace. We're able to do the things that we truly want and just be free and just exist and just live in a moment. That's how a lot of us, we can see it beyond the corner and we see glimpses of it, but then we come back to reality. We come back to our paycheck and inflation and food being so high and these food being poisonous, and it sucks. And I'm gonna be honest, bro, most of us as men, we're fed up and we're sick and tired of being sick and tired. I talk to men on a daily basis, bro. I can see the pain in their eyes. I can see when I pull up on them and we're just talking face to face, I can just see their spirit just going down and down as they say, man, my life is difficult right now. All I have is pain. All I have is suffering. No girl wants to date me. Dating is so difficult right now. My job sucks. I literally hate my job. I have no reason to wake up. My testosterone's low. I don't have any drive to go to the gym. I have nothing that's really pushing to me. That's like collectively as men, we know something's off, something's not right. And we do what we can. But the problem is, like, the only solution out of this is you have to truly, truly understand that you're trapped, and then you have to claw your way. You have to literally, you're like a bird using your little beak. You're peeking your way out, and then you're using a little bit of momentum to just chip your way out of that cage. And that's how we are. We're fighting, we're clawing, we're trying to scream, we're trying to speak, we're trying to do anything that we can to verbalize ourselves and get out of this mental prison, this cage. And we can't. And it's just like you're literally like a prison inmate. A lot of them feel like they're cage birds. They're going to their jail cells. And a lot of us, we're not even in jail. We're in jail of our mind. We're in jail of just the system in general because we know we're being used as a battery. We're being used as a slave we're just told to consume, make money, consume some more, never producing anything back that's for ourselves, never producing any visions, never producing any ideas, never going after our dreams, never truly being able to reach our full potential or reach our full greatness. And it's difficult, man. I don't think that, like, society, especially women, they don't ever understand the male perspective because a lot of them get privilege. A lot of them don't get shamed like men get shamed. A lot of us don't have groups. We don't have communities. Whereas women, they build bonds. They have brotherhoods. They can express how they can cry. Most men can't cry. Most men don't have a community, which is why we started this at Men Are Needed, because we want you to be a part of the community. We want you to join us. We don't want you to continue to feel like you're trapped. I know sometimes you just need somebody to just talk to, man. Just somebody that hears you and listens to you without judgment and can give you a masculine opinion. Because the thing is, if I can relate to you, you can relate to me. It helps out because we're, as men, like, majority of us are going through the same struggles, bro. We're all feeling trapped. We're all feeling pain. We're all feeling suffering. We're all feeling something. And even if you made your way out of this matrix and you're literally the 1%, let's say you finally got the body you want, you got the money you want, you're able to go on the trips, you're able to have the women that you want, you're able to have a amazing lifestyle. That's really sometimes still difficult too, because you're at a level that most people can't relate to you at that point either. So you're going to have friends that try to leech off you. You're going to have people that try to take from you. You're going to have people that are not going to understand the grind, not going to understand the mindset, not going to be where you're truly at mentally. Because to get there, your mindset has to be, I know that this is a mental prison. I know I'm trapped, but this is not going to define me. I'm going to keep clawing. I'm going to keep fighting. I'm going to keep fighting. And I'm going to break my way out of this cage. And I'm going to unleash everything that I got and go full force, put my foot on the gas and never slow down. And that's not an easy mindset to have, which is why I talk about how to build mental toughness often, how to develop strong mindset, how to develop a warrior mindset, how to not listen to your emotions and do the things even though you don't want to do them. We have to have discipline. We have to have consistency. We have to produce something, bro. You know your job sucks. You know these people are trying to get you fired. You know that they're trying to come against you. And God might be trying to propel you to do more, but you're so tired that you can't go do the things that he's telling you to do. You have to just fight through that, bro. You got to push through that pain. That's the only way out. You have to do the things that make you uncomfortable. You have to get out of your comfort zone. And if not, you're going to continue to be like the majority of us as men, just trapped in a cage bird. And you're either going to have the alternative to where you're just going to accept your lifestyle knowing that it's just going to suck forever, or you're going to have to embrace the fact that I got to initiate this change and I'm going to grind and feel so uncomfortable that this is going to drive me to be more, to do more, to accomplish more. And it's difficult because most of us want to run to bottles. Most of us just want to escape. When you're in a prison, bro, you want to escape. You don't want to live in that hell. Most of those guys, You want to get out. You're like, man, I can't handle this no more. I can't handle this, which is why so many of my brothers are just taking their lives. They just want to just escape. I can't live this no more. I can't be here no more. There's no reason. What's the reason of me being here? You know how many men ask that on a day-to-day basis? What's the reason for me being here? I'm never going to get a woman. I'm 45 and no kids. I'm 45 and single. I'm 45 and my job sucks. I'm making barely enough to get by. I'm living paycheck to paycheck. I got so much credit card debt. It's difficult, bro. It's not an easy life, bro. Men are struggling. Men are hurting. Men are down in the dumps. And it seems like nobody cares, bro. Society doesn't care. Society is actually producing a lot of these, ever since feminism came out and this divide and conquer tactic and telling you can't be masculine, you can't be macho. It's toxic, bro. You're a toxic man. And then on top of that, women have entered the workforce, so then now they're starting to make money. They're independent. So men are like, whoa, hold on. Where's my place at now? Where do I fit in here? And they realize that these jobs, they're not even producing anything to when you retire, you're going to look forward to something. Because most of us, by the time we retire, bro, 401k is not going to mean nothing. Pension's not going to mean nothing. We're going to have to probably work till we're 70, 80. And who wants to keep working their whole life without enjoying? We're not meant to do that. You want to enjoy life, bro. You want to go on vacation. And you want to do things that will allow you just to be free. You want to feel free just for a couple months at least. You know, and the thing, most of us will never experience being free for at least 1 month, not knowing that we can just be financially free, mentally free from depression, mentally free from anxiety, mentally free from stress. A lot of us have so much stress, so much just dis-ease that we're literally putting ourselves in a hospital. We're literally killing ourselves. We're having heart attacks. We're having high blood pressure. We're having diabetes. Our testosterone is extremely low. We're chemically imbalanced. We're bipolar. We're schizophrenic. And it's just the mental prison, bro. We're trapped. And we feel like there's no way out. But we have to believe they can't keep us down, bro. Collectively, if we join forces, if we support one another, if we keep building this community, if we keep showing the world that men are needed, there's a reason why I created man. Men are needed, bro. We're men. I'm a man, and more than likely you watching this video, you're a man. We might not came from the same paths, but ultimately we're still going through the same journey, bro. We're still trying to find our place. We're still battling on a day-to-day basis just to exist, because everything is keeping us in a state to where we can exist. You know how many women don't care? You know how many women don't want to be with you? You know how many women will shame you just for feeling a little bit confident? You literally can't even be yourself, bro. So that's a caged bird in itself. Imagine a bird not being able to be a bird. That's what a caged bird is. It's not able to fly, go from trees, go when it's cold, go down to somewhere warm. They're not like seasonal birds. A lot of us, that's how we are. We're a human meant to be free, but we're trapped like in a little prison. You know what I mean? Like literally in a little jail cell. We get 1 hour of light. We go to this job that just steals your energy. And it's not something that we really truly want to do with our life. I know it for a fact, bro. I can feel it. I can sense it. And I know you can feel it too. You just know something's off. You know something's not right. And you're questioning everything. It's literally an existential crisis most men are going through. And it's just to a point to where something's going to happen soon. I truly believe that. And I want something to happen on our favor. I want us to be able to keep growing, keep evolving, keep doing the right thing, even though we know we're living a lifestyle to where everything is coming against us. But we can't give up, bro. We got to have a fighter spirit. We got to have a warrior spirit. We got to keep fighting and fighting and fighting. That's what we must do. That's the only way out, bro, unless you want to take your life. But I don't want that for you, bro. I don't want to see. I can't see no more my brothers just take their life, because I've hear so many stories of it happening. I just talked to another brother, and it's just happening more and more, bro. It's like I'm just checked out. I'm gone. Screw it. The afterlife has to be better than this life. This life is literally hell, and that's how a lot of us are. But I want us to find purpose. I want us to find meaning. Even if it's just being a part of this community, man. That's why I say leave some comments. Just support one another. If you leave a comment, others will be willing to leave comments and just try to be active in this community, bro. You need to, because most men are down. Most men are just hurting, man. You're not the only one hurting. You're not the only one lonely. You're not the only one sad. You're not the only one with poor mental health. You're not the only one saying that my life sucks. I hate life. I can't find a woman. I'm average. Nobody sees me. I'm trying to speak my mind, but nobody cares. Nobody wants to support me. Nobody wants to follow me. Nobody wants to help me out. Everybody's jealous of me. Everybody hates me. All I get is hate, hate, hate. They're not the only one, bro. I'm going through this with you, bro. We're going through this together. That's why I said men are needed. This is the community. This is for me. This is for you. And I want you to understand that, bro. So tap in. Do me a favor. Hit the like, subscribe, and leave that comment. Thanks for watching this video. Until next time. Peace.